In terms of what changes with ICE, not about the priorities of enforcement, I've heard you say it many, many times, but how they enforce it. Why do you think it is that we keep seeing ICE being hyper-aggressive and doing things that we don't see cops doing anywhere in the country?
Well, look, I think, there's a lot of, we're responding to 4 years open border. We got a lot of people to look for. But look, that's why President Trump sent me to Minnesota to, his direction to me is de-escalate. Try to get cooperation and keep enforcing immigration law, but again, prioritizing the worst first. Look, and one of the things I saw when I first got to Minnesota, there's different chains of command, right? Border Patrol agents are not used to working interior enforcement operations. They should be working through an ICE chain of command. The first thing I did is create a unified chain of command. I wanted to make sure that they're doing targeted enforcement operations. I've talked about this before. When we leave the building in the morning, we need to know who we're looking for and why we're looking for them, and most likely we'll find them. And one of the great things about Minnesota, I think Minnesota is less of a sanctuary state now because we are actually working with a vast majority of the jails and the prison system, so we can arrest that public safety threat and the safety and security of a jail. It just makes sense. But then release that person in the public, especially in Minnesota. Here's what you're seeing in Minnesota. So we got to send a fugitive operation team to arrest the bad guy, and that's usually 6 guys because he's on his turf, access to who knows what weapons, cover the back door, cover the side door. But the hate was so high and the agitator activity was so high in Minnesota. Now we have to send a security team to back up the arrest team because while they're busy with the bad guy, someone needs to watch their 6 when the agitators overwhelm them. So what could have been done in the jail, one officer arresting 1 illegal alien, now we got 15, 16 guys out there. And that just causes, the community doesn't like it. It raises, suspicion, and agitators come out in force. So what we did in Minnesota, I think we should be doing all across the country, prioritizing public safety threats. And prioritization don't mean forget about everybody else, but if you really want us to remove public safety threats, which most of the Democratic Party has said, then let us in the jail because it's safer, it's less controversial, and there's less incidents going to happen on the street.
I'm with you, but I think that's the easiest part of the equation. Now, I know you can say, yeah, easy for you to say, Cuomo, you didn't have to make it. I get it, but you made it happen in Minneapolis, and I think it's a bad look for anybody running a city to say, yeah, I'm going to release dangerous people back into the community rather than let ICE pick them up. I think that's a bad look, politically, and I think ethically. I think it's bad. But that's not what I'm talking about. We keep seeing episodes. I'm sure you've already heard about it, so I'm not going to, be theatrical about reintroducing it to everybody. But a bunch of guys follow a woman in a car in Oregon. They come up, say, open the window. She's scared. They break the window, drag her out of the car, search her car, find her passport, drop it on the ground, and leave. She's got a torn rotator cuff. She's got to go to the hospital. I mean, what the hell is that? That is not Tom Homan's standard operating procedure. I've known you for over 25 years. What is going on with these guys?
Well, look, first thing I did when I got to Minneapolis is I ordered more internal affairs officers to that city. And everybody that acted outside of policy are now being investigated. Some are being criminally investigated. I hate to see it. I mean, you get one bad agent doing this, and it causes hate against the entire organization. The majority of men and women are ICE professionals. They strap that gun on their hip every day and put their lives on the line for this country. They don't make a lot of money. So look, I'm with you. If someone acts outside of policy, if they cross that line and breaking law, they'll be held accountable. And that's one of the first things we did when I got to Minneapolis, and I stand by that today. I think anybody that acts knowingly acts outside of policy and do something they shouldn't be doing, they need to be held accountable, because that puts a stain on everybody. And that raises the rhetoric. That hate raises the hate, and that raises the assaults. We got to do the right thing, and that's what we're going to make sure they do.
Tom Homan, I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.